It's Sunday, May 25th, 2013. Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing, and happy Memorial Day weekend. Don't forget to take a minute and reflect about what it's all really about. Of course, I don't think I need to tell my subscribers that. All kinds of madness for you this week. Let's see how Obama kicked off his Memorial Day weekend. Obama fails to return Marine salute. This from the Hill. Watch the video. It's pretty self-explanatory. That's a hell of a commander-in-chief. Code Pink founder heckles Obama repeatedly. That was awesome. The video, the Washington Post has it. CNN was asking, how did this lady get in the room? Well, she has a press pass and she's there doing your job, mainstream media. Moving on. This bizarre attack. This guy in London, they're calling it a terrorist attack, supposedly beheaded a British soldier. You just can't be cutting people's heads off. Now, what I find bizarre is this guy supposedly just cut somebody's head off, yet he's standing on the street doing an interview, and some lady just comes casually walking by. I don't know, man. I tend to question this story a little bit. Doesn't look like someone just got their head cut off. I mean, still, it's tragic if it actually did happen, but kind of weird. I'll put a link from them, and I'll put another one from the Mail Online. You and your children will be next. Islamist fanatics wielding meat cleavers. Although the mainstream media kept calling it a machete. Mainstream media has no idea what a machete is. Just bizarre. So I'll put a couple links on that. Someone was killed down in Florida, apparently tied to the Boston bombing suspects, Orlando, Florida. I question the whole Boston bombing, so of course I question this. And check this out. Speaking of the Boston bombings, 2 FBI agents involved in the arrest of the Boston bomber fall out of a helicopter and die. Sound familiar? SEAL Team 6, anyone? Or how about FBI Special Agent Stephen Ivins out in LA? What did he really die of? FBI have any answers on that? Or does the official story stand? He just went into the woods and shot himself. Very suspicious. We have 2 FBI agents. I put a backup link here. FBI agents died in fall from helicopter off Virginia coast. It goes on to talk about how they were involved in the arrest of the Boston bombing suspect. Isn't that something? I wonder how many more people tied to the Boston bombing have come up missing. Because most of SEAL Team 6 is dead. The guys that supposedly raided bin Laden. Nobody around to talk about that. But I'll put a couple links. Tragic story out of New York State. Cops shot an armed intruder, home invader, accidentally shooting the hostage, killing the hostage. My heart goes out to her family. That just sucks, man. I'll put a link to it. Other news, 2 men arrested after flight from Pakistan diverted in UK airspace. We were listening to this yesterday, GLP. Thought it was a hijacking at first. Apparently these guys threatened to blow up the plane. You can't say bomb on an airplane. What's the matter with you? Something from Live Leak here. Plane engine catches fire over central London but lands safely. Kind of bizarre. Check out the video they got there. Plane flying through the air. One engine on fire. Smoking. Not really flaming, but smoke. Weird. Cars burning as Stockholm braces for 5th night of riots. Riots in Stockholm. Wow. Craziness. I'm not even quite sure what they're rioting about. And attention all YouTubers. YouTube 1 channel launching across all channels next month. Be aware, June 5th, you will wake up. Your YouTube channel will look different if you have not upgraded to the new format. Of course, we have expressed our opinions on this one. We don't want the new change, but YouTube's going to do it anyway. Over to financial news. Government to spend. Wait a minute. That's the wrong story. First, hold up. Japan market takes a tumble. Japan markets fell 7% last week. 7% in one day. Japan, what's going on? Of course, everything is just fine in America. You know, Dow 15,000 plus still. I don't understand that. If someone can explain it to me, of course, I know it's all inflated numbers. And I had another one that I just wiped off the screen. Let's see. 1 second. Government to spend so much on texting. Damn, I just messed up. Government to spend $146,000 texting low-income people with depression, reminding them to take their medication. What? Take your pills. Everything will be fine if you take your pills. Take your pharmaceuticals. And you wonder why crazy people are doing crazy things these days. Mainstream media doesn't seem to focus too much on how much pharmaceuticals these people are on. Only that they did the act and, you know, we must now surveil everyone and take everyone's guns away and because that's going to solve the problem. Yeah, it's not the pharmaceutical companies at all. Unbelievable story. So now the government's going to spend money texting people, reminding them to take their medication. Okay, let's see here. New World Order and police state news. Obama in a shift to limit targets of drone strikes. He's going to limit people. Oh, so we're going to stop killing women and children with drones? Is that what's going on? This from the New York Times. I find it appalling we even have to have this conversation. And we wonder why these people around the world are pissed off at us for killing their women and children and innocent people with our drones. Cowardly acts by the United States government. Cowardly. Obama pushes new rules for drones. I got a backup link. Transfers for Gitmo prisoners. Yeah, right. I don't believe any of that. I think that's what he was being heckled about by Code Pink. It was over Gitmo. Let's see. Washington Post. Obama at crossroads and fight against terrorism. There is no fight against terrorism. It's all based on a lie. Investigate 9/11 for yourself and see what actually happened that day. Any of you people that may have newly woken up and haven't gone back and looked at 9/11, you might want to do that. Go research what the Patriot Act is all about. Let's see. Boner says it's pretty inconceivable that Obama didn't know about the IRS Tea Party targeting. Right on, Boner. Put a link to that from the Business Insider. From the Gateway Pundit. Whoa! Armed DHS guards meet Tea Party protesters outside IRS rally in St. Louis. What? I've seen these DHS trucks here in St. Louis. That is... What is going on in the gateway to the west that you need the DHS? Oh, the Tea Party people. They're all suspected terrorists. The DHS, along with the TSA, in my opinion, the Gestapo. Go back and look at your history, folks. Homeland Security, Janet Napolitano tours more. What does Homeland Security have to do with a tornado? What Homeland Security is in Oklahoma? Why? How is that a Homeland Security problem? Wonder what's really going on there. Foreign troops, now take this one with a grain of salt. Foreign troops and armored vehicles spotted in America's New Hampshire, Florida, and West Virginia. FYI, I don't know. I'll put a link to it. Department of Justice, this from Fox News, sees phone records for Fox News numbers and reporters' parents. Reporters' parents? Phone records? How does that feel, mainstream media? You're starting to see everything that people like myself have been trying to warn you about for years. It's happening to you. How does that feel? Isn't that kind of bizarre? Wow. You think they won't turn on you too? Keep reading that teleprompter. U.S. government claims 100% ownership of your DNA. Yeah. I'm sure this is... See, it's posted May 20th, but I'm sure I've heard that before. I'll put a link to it anyway. And 11 governments are meeting in Peru to figure out how they can control the internet. Control the internet? Why on earth would they want to control the internet? Why? The internet, well, that's the breeding ground for homeland terrorism, see? We can't have free thinkers sharing opinions and ideas. No, you can't have a controlled population that way. Make no mistake, enjoy the internet while it lasts, because it won't be here forever. We all know that. And that's going to really suck. That's going to really suck. Man. World War III news. Russia sends at least 12 warships to Syria. This is from May 17th. Put a link to it from the Times of Israel. From RT, North Korea continues short-range missile launches for third day. I believe they have shot off now 4 short-range missiles. I'm still not too concerned about them. Do something, Low Kim. Go on ahead. Push that button. You ain't gonna push that button. You've proven that time and time again. Iran hackers accused of targeting U.S. energy firms. Why on earth? Can someone please explain to me why nuclear power plants, why energy companies in the United States have their systems on the internet? You would think information like that would have some sort of closed loop network, not accessible by some foreign government. In this day and age, with all of the technology, why are nuclear power plants being able to be hacked into? That doesn't make any sense. Of course, it'll be the cover story for the false flag. Well, we told you months ago Iran was doing that. Now, look, they've caused nuclear meltdown. Just guessing. Doing a little futuristic viewing. Oh, let's see here. Where am I? I've lost myself. Earth changes in 2012 news. 2 women dead after being swept away in severe San Antonio flooding. I think I gotta update my, I had 1 person dead, now it's 2 people dead. Severe flooding in San Antonio. People in the area, if you got family in the area, be advised. I know I got friends in the area. Crazy. Let's see here. Suspected plate fracture. Take this with a grain of salt. I don't know. Suspected plate fracture in California and Oregon. Insiders reportedly evacuating West Coast cities. Could be a fear-mongering piece. Take it with a grain of salt. Just FYI. Another FYI. Michelle said to be considering an extended vacation with scandals all around the White House. Michelle Obama is thinking about taking an extended vacation. Is she going to the dumb? I don't know. Thought that was interesting. Let's see. Planetary alignment peaks with celestial show this weekend. May 24th. Venus and Jupiter, blah, blah, blah. Pretty cool stuff. Article from Reuters. From space.com. Let's see. Lunar eclipse, full moon, dips in Earth's shadow tonight. Of course, this was the last night. So, anyway, pretty cool stuff from space.com. Oh, I'm getting lost here. Let's see. 1 second. The rest of this stuff loaded up. Over to strange. Man, I've got a lot of strange and bizarre news. Are you ready? Chemical Safety Board shut out of West Texas probe by ATF. What? Wait, whoa. ATF shuts out Chemical Safety Board. Strange goings on in West Texas, I'm telling you. Keep an eye on that stuff. Alabama mystery illness causes cases climb to 10. CDC still investigating. Mystery illness going on. Be advised. Let's see here. You want to see a mystery illness? I think this security guard had rabies. Ohio Valley Mall security versus people taking pictures. This mall security guard seems to think she has the authority to use physical violence and actually tell people you can't take pictures in the mall parking lot. Power trip, rabies having... I mean, you have to check the video out. It's bizarre. It's on Live Leak. I'll put a link to it. Diet soda habit as bad for teeth as meth addiction. Be advised, if you drink diet soda... Although, what is diet soda? I think regular soda would be just as bad. I just had a Coke, and there's all kinds of acid and that stuff. Anyway, from Hawaii News Now, I know I shouldn't be drinking Coke, right? Nothing's good for you. Utah boy, 15, arrested in stabbing deaths of brothers 10 and 4. What the hell's going on, man? I wonder if he was on any pharmaceuticals. From the LA Times. Someone lost their job here. Police say 2-year-old swam an alligator pond after wandering away from a daycare. This is in Georgia. Someone lost their job. Why would you have a daycare near an alligator pond anyway? I don't know. I question the person who gave that building permit. Or the permit to have a daycare, I should say, not building permit. But let's see. Parents and 1-year-old passed out in car from pot smoke found in car at McDonald's drive-thru. Passed out from pot? Not in my experience, but I'll put a link to it from Latino Daily News, May 20th, 2013. And one more from HuffPost Religion. Did Pope Francis perform an exorcism? Question mark. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Pope. But apparently they're questioning whether he might have performed an exorcism or something. I don't know. Put a link to it. That's all I got for news, guys. Check my favorite videos. I have favorited so much news. Thank you to everybody who posts content. Just good job all around. Definitely check the favorites. A couple shout-outs this week. Piers Morgan. Hey, I got to give credit where credit's due. Lately, I'm watching the mainstream media like, what did he just say? Piers Morgan is now admitting that the United States government is tyrannical. You want to hear this little 50-second piece from his show? How he's talked about all these gun owners say that we got to be armed to fight a tyrannical government, and he thought they were all crazy. But now he admits the tactics of the U.S. government in seizing phone records and spying on the media is a bit tyrannical. So, Piers Morgan, I give you a little bit of kudos. I know some people aren't going to like that, but hey, I'll give credit where credit's due. Damn right I will. Shout out to WeAreChange. They got the new t-shirts in. If you want a Don't Drone Me Bro t-shirt, I'll put the link, pull it up. It looks pretty cool. I might get me one. Don't drone me, bro. Neat stuff. Jailed for Facebook comments, Marine sues. Brandon Raub. Anybody remember that name? Well, he's suing. Article from WND here. Right on, man. Right on. Something goes right for a change. Shout out to Brandon Raub. I'll put a link to that. Shout out to my first cast iron. The Poo Flinger Show and Sasmotos sent me a cast iron pan along with a bunch of other goodies, and everything's over there right now. But thank you guys so much. My first cast iron pan. I put up a short video on my backup channel about it. I'll put a link to that video if you guys want to check it out. Awesome. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. That's all I got this week, guys. If you like the report, please rate it, give it a thumbs up, or give it a thumbs down. If you think it sucks, it's the worst of YouTube, never want to see it again, please rate it. It helps me move around YouTube. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all that stuff. Let me see if I have anything else here. Nope. That's all I got. Enjoy Memorial Day weekend. Once again, don't forget to take a minute to reflect what it's all about. And you guys take care, stay safe. I will see you on the next one.